about meditation, mindfulness, typically they'll think about a person sitting still with their eyes closed and calming their nervous system. That's about as far as people get in terms of their understanding of what you're doing. But right off the bat, you're describing an application that people might not consider. So how have you noticed your practice affecting this, as you put it, this self-preoccupation in the form of, I am not worthy, or I'm not.
Yeah. Sort of a nourishment barrier. I got some really good advice on how to take a compliment. And that advice is, when the person says something nice to you, say thank you, and then shut the hell up. Because anything that comes after thank you is going to sound weird, insincere, or both. So from a practice standpoint, in particular in the unified mindfulness, is someone says something nice about you, and there's a feeling of tension in the body, right? There's a, ugh, God. Then for me, then in terms of my internal, like the internal blooper reel starts of every stupid thing you've done. So there's the tension in the body, there's the blooper reel plays of like, remember that time, and there's this implicit then cognitive process of, if they knew about this, they wouldn't be saying this. So all of that produces this upwelling to just be like, blah, and that's whatever sounds weird and insincere, or both, because it's coming from this really complicated set of internal processes that then goes into talk out. So just being aware of that is super interesting. Like, the best way I can put it is like, you just get super squirmy. And when you think about that, that's a little kid who, you know, is unable to receive praise. So if you operate at that level, even some of these weird squirrely emotions are amazing. Like this one is great. You know, I think cringe is really interesting to study using sort of the unified mindfulness, because we all know what it is, but if you try and deconstruct it, if you try to decompose it to its constituent parts, it's fascinating. Of course, part of my attraction to this model is I have this idea that if you understand the mechanism, you can do something about it. And it also provides de-identification, because a lot of times this shit is impersonal as rain. You know, it seems like you, but it's just all these factors piling on top of each other producing this result.
I love it. Yeah. And the coming to terms with the human machine, right? Being willing that it is impersonal. That's a tough one. Like, oh, wait a minute. This isn't me. What is me? This is just a habit, a series of habits, or like you said, a piling up of reactions that are based on what? Previous conditioning. And so then what is me?
Yeah, but I actually find that a bit of a relief of like, you know, this is just a tape loop that's playing. And if I can have that little bit of emotional distance from it, I find that I can have agency in it versus being controlled by it. And it's really weird. Sincerely accepting a compliment is really nourishing.